What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? TGIF. We're gonna try to make this one a quick one because yesterday was kind of long. I had a lot of stuff to say. What can I say? I had a lot of stuff to say. I had some wisdom to impart. Hope you guys watched yesterday's video. Got some utility out of it. That is the point of all of this, so that we can all make money. I can't be free unless we're all free. All right, so we're gonna take a look at Bitcoin monthly close. We're gonna take a look at Bitcoin daily. We're gonna take a look at a cool article, interesting article that says OTC desks don't have enough Bitcoin. Essentially, OTC desks are drying up and what those implications could mean. And we're gonna take a look at only one altcoin. We can add it to the list of coins and on my watch list that are starting to break areas of resistance and looking like they want to break out. All right, this one is called Prop S. Take a look at that chart. And so without further ado, let's do this. Okay, so Bitcoin right here. For this one, let's look at the 60 this chart, because this one has the support at 60,000. Okay, psychological, and then it also has that little yellow thing that you just saw. This right here, 58,164 is basically the bottom of this rectangle. Okay, right here, this number. All right, so that to me that would be the area of support. All right, it can't really break that if it wants to keep this structure. Now, what could we see? We could see something like this, more or less. All right, maybe shorter, maybe a little bit more volatile, but something along the lines of this, and then eventually the next leg move up. Right, we are up against the weekend, so probably not too much is going to happen. Maybe we do test this area. It would be nice to keep this area as support. If we can keep this area as support, we're going to make an attempt up here. All right, now we're basically in uncharted territories, because if I do this, let's look at the monthly now. There it is. I mean, we're like right here. We are right here. All right. There's only the all-time high, which is the resistance, 69,100 and something, depending on which one you look at. And this one, it's less actually. Coinbase one, it's actually 68,700, somewhere along those lines, 68,900, something along those lines. All right, we're looking at the 1 month on the Coinbase Bitcoin chart. Okay. As you can see right here, hopefully you can. We closed this month right here of February very, very strongly. We are basically up right here. Okay. Is it a double top? I mean, I guess could be, but I don't think that's going to happen, because there's just a lot of data that shows there's too much interest in Bitcoin. ETFs have been changing the game a little bit. Right now, people are thinking that we're going to have a early bull run, but maybe, just maybe, the 4-year cycle is still continuing. And essentially the ETFs has just made things not necessarily early, but just increase the amount of capital going into Bitcoin. Okay, so check this out. I think I have shown this to you guys before. We're gonna look at the monthly. All right. Now, the 4-year cycle, you can see it right here. All right. Right here is where we are, the representation, because this is the Bitcoin halving, right? This is the Bitcoin halving year, and this one right here, this candle. We're looking at every one of these candles represents 12 months. So I mean, it should be relatively easy to see. All right, this is the Bitcoin chart on the Bitstamp. All right, this representation, we're currently right here, has always been higher than the previous one, right? In this case, been higher than this one. In this case, in this case, been higher than this one. Okay. Everything so far is still good, only that we are early. For the first time before the halving, we actually got this high. That does not mean that later on, during this year, we can't drop down. We can't do some sideways consolidation for a little while before pumping up more, Or maybe we just kind of get it early, and then later for the rest of the year, we kind of go sideways and start drifting down a little bit until there's more interest or something later in the year, and things pump up and we have our blow off top in 2025. All right. It'll be interesting to see these next couple of months how Bitcoin does. Does it continue to move higher? All right. It could possibly be, but at some point we're going to find our level, right? And then maybe we're just going to taper off and just find a level basically, right? And then go sideways. And then that might bring us more in line with the timing of the other cycles. Okay, but I mean, so far everything does look pretty good, guys. I mean, yes, we could have a left translated cycle this year in 2024, where the blow off top happens this year. But right now, it's just the only reason people think that is because the price has gone up and it's done some things that it hasn't done before, like reached close to its all-time high, broken certain areas of resistance that it only was able to do that after the Bitcoin halving. Okay, so we're just early, but that doesn't mean it's going to stay early. That doesn't mean it's not going to start slowing down and getting more in line with the rest of the previous cycles, guys. All right, so far so good. Like I've maintained, I think we're going to hit this year between 80 and 100,000. Okay, and maybe that might even be lowballing it. Okay. We'll see what happens. We got to play it by ear. Got to be ready for anything. But things look pretty good, guys. Things look pretty good, and things look like they might even be getting better. All right. So I mean, these little days right here, where we do see some sideways, essentially some sideways action, some sideways chop. That's when you should be adding to your positions or picking up or positioning yourself as best you can before this Bitcoin halving, guys. All right, because I think at some point, even this year, we're probably going to try to touch up here, break all-time highs. Next week, the week after, maybe next week, we're going to try, or maybe in a few weeks, maybe we do this. We spend a couple of weeks going like this, right, into March, and then try. Right, we don't know, but we got to take it day by day. And if it is sideways consolidation, hey, that's when you should start DCAing. All right, DCAing in, and eventually we'll get to DCAing out, but DCAing in. All right, so that's what I wanted to touch on that regarding Bitcoin. We'll see what happens over the weekend. Not too much is going to happen, so let's look at this article. I thought was very cool. Bitcoin OTC desk dried up to 40 BTC. What this means. The availability of Bitcoin on over-the-counter desks has sharply decreased, with reports suggesting that at one point only about 40 BTC were available for sale. This news has significant implications for the market and could herald a new era in BTC trading dynamics. Caitlin Long, the CEO and founder of Custodia Bank, provided an eye-opening account of the current state of the OTC Bitcoin market through a series of posts on Twitter. Long noted the HODL gang has mostly held. I spent time in NYC over the past couple of days, and it's clear why the Bitcoin price spiked this week. There are almost no BTC available for sale on the big OTC desks. Echoing Long's observation, Samuel Andrew, a noted figure on the crypto space, added OTC desks are nearly dried up. Very little Bitcoin available that's easily accessible to meet demand. BlackRock, Fidelity are moving size in ways crypto has never seen before. Only 40 Bitcoin, more or less, were available for sale at any price at one point on Wednesday, I was told by a credible source. That's what Long added, Caitlin Long. The scarcity of BTC on, and here are actually the tweets right here. Caitlin Long, only 40 are available for sale, blah, at one point. This is the guy Andrew, OTC just nearly dried up, very little BTC available. Who is this guy Andrew? He's got 39,000 followers. He's founder of X3 Finance Bitcoin. Okay. She is this woman, founder, CEO, Custodia Bank. Okay. 22-year Wall Street veteran. Not advice, not views of Custodia Bank. 220,000 followers. Wyoming, decentralized Caitlin Long. All right. So, hey, relatively credible, right? And it's just interesting information. There, she mentioned the HODL gang, that post. This, I'm sure you do know, right? Bitcoin purchase, because I've been mentioning this stuff. Bitcoin purchased by ETFs, 10,000, and then new Bitcoin purchased by miners, 900 a day, which will be 450 after the Bitcoin halving. And this will probably stay more or less around, maybe a little up, maybe a little lower. But there's a big difference there, guys. All right, so now, this scarcity of BTC on OTC desks is not an isolated incident, but part of a broader trend indicating a significant shift in the market. Glassnode, a leading blockchain data and analytics firm, reported that Bitcoins held by OTC desks are at the lowest levels in 5 years. Although Glassnode tracks only a portion of the OTC market, the data points to a clear trend of dwindling BTC availability. What this means for the Bitcoin price, it means it's going to go up. The implication for this trend is manifold. Firstly, it suggests a potential supply shock in the Bitcoin market, driven by increased demand for institutional investors and large corporations looking to add Bitcoin to their portfolios, as well as the introduction of spot Bitcoin ETFs. The supply shock could lead to a shift in price discovery from BTC desks to public exchanges, where the real market price of Bitcoin will be determined more transparently. And what are OTC desks? You can think of them simply, if you don't know, as a peer-to-peer. All right, just private sales between two people, and usually there's an intermediary making sure that the sale is legit and no one's getting burned on either end. Okay, essentially, this the short of it. All right. The shortage of BTC on OTC desks also means that large investors in ETFs like BlackRock and Fidelity, who traditionally bought Bitcoin in bulk at discount through these desks, may no longer have this option. This could further drive demand on public exchanges, potentially leading to significant price movements. Analysts are already speculating on the possible outcomes of the situation. One analyst, Alessandro Ottaviani, suggested after today, God candles 10,000 a daily before the halving are possible and realistic. Let's see what happens. This sentiment was echoed by Francis Polio, CEO of Bull Bitcoin, who remarked on the self-correcting nature of the market's OTC desks. Like bullbitcoin.com never run out of Bitcoin. The price goes up and people sell. If people don't sell, the price goes up more. Adam Black, a Bitcoin OG, in other words, right, if no one's selling, then that means the price has to go up for someone to be swayed to sell. Okay, so that's all that is, and it will cause the price to go up. Adam Back, a Bitcoin OG in Cyberpunk, provided a bullish outlook, stating 100,000 by halving day. People starting to believe, bears leverage shorts wrecked, scared off, profit take, limit orders move upwards, or just deleted to wait and see. OTC desk out of coins, daily 500 million, which is /10,000 Bitcoin ETF buy walls. This can gap upwards fast, 51 days to go until the halving. In conclusion, the depletion of BTC supply on OTC desks marks a pivotal moment for the market. With the upcoming halving event in April and institutional interest at all-time high, the stage is set for potentially unprecedented movements in the Bitcoin market. Super, super bullish, guys, okay? And so, back to this Bitcoin, where we are currently. DCA. That's all I can really say there. All right. I think we're gonna leave it at that. Projects that I mentioned to you yesterday that are still moving in the right direction. Okay. So you want to keep an eye out for those type of projects. You know, maybe if it retests here, you see what's going on. You start nibbling. It's a real world asset play. You could get it on Mexi. Really good project. I've already spoken about it before. All right. So that's it now. Okay. That's it. So today. Just to sum up again, we talked about Bitcoin. OTC desks could be drying up. Credible sources. Let's see what happens. Supply shock seems that it could be coming, guys. It could be coming. We have to be ready for anything. But things are looking extremely bullish. And as I've mentioned, Bitcoin could be at, I think, this year between 80 and 100,000, and maybe that's lowballing it. And next year. Because the 4-year cycle still has not been disproven yet. Next year, where for right now, it could be the blow off top, 200,000. And that, again, might be a little bit of lowball, guys. There's a lot of interest in this crypto. And more than just interest, there's money coming into this space, coming into Bitcoin. So, and there's less and less Bitcoin available, as we just saw. All right, if you believe those sources. And we looked at prop base just now. Really good project. It looks like it might start moving up, but we need some confirmation. But still, something to keep an eye on. All right, if you're still looking for a project, especially if you want to get a real world asset play, prop base might be the one to take a look at. But obviously, do your homework, guys. We're gonna leave it there. If you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. I'm trying to grow this channel, and that's it. All right. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one. Peace.